Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and another weekly reading vlog. If you are new, I'm Katie and welcome on to another bookish adventure. So it is another week and we are continuing with Tower of Dawn. So I left off yesterday, so it started today with 60% read, I'm pretty sure. I'm heading in that direction, so I am really nearly finished. I'm hoping this week coming I will get it done. Technically I should, but I have got 4 days off work. Oh my god, I can't wait. I had 2 days left of holiday, so I thought I would take an extended little weekend. So yeah, I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So I'm only actually going to miss out on 2 days worth of actual reading. So that's actually not that much. I'm going to spend it with Gavin. I have no idea what we're going to do. The weather has been hideous. Storm Brendan is just beautiful. I will put up with dry and windy. I do not care, but it's the rain, or the not rain, but the wind making it worse. So I think we want to have at least one day where we go out, maybe go for a walk somewhere. One day is a cozy day. I want to watch Dracula. So that will be one day. So yeah, we're just going to see what the weather is, but I will have my phone on me anyway so I can listen to it on Audible, and I will also take the book with me as well. So if he's cooking or doing, I don't know, chore related things or bunny related things, then I can occupy myself. So I'm not going to rehash too much of what I said in my last one, but just a general recap if you didn't see it. Kind of disappointed in the fact that there isn't much in the way of plot and progression that wise. However, on the flip side, so loving the character development. That is what I've been loving in the relationship building, but I wanted more danger and mystery. You know, they're in this foreign territory, they are with this royal family, and you know, they don't know who they can trust, what information they can give away. They're trying to make allies, and it's a bit like I wanted a bit more of the, oh, who can we trust, who might backstab us. There hasn't been any of that, and there was a setup at one point that seemed like it could have been, and then that didn't happen. But things have been getting more interesting as the book has been going. The chapter I read at lunch actually, where Kale really like stepped up, and I was like, oh boy, okay, and he confronted the Kuggan, and I was like, damn son, and I was like, this is more like it. I've always had this weird relationship with this series where like the first half of the book has been really lacking, and then suddenly like the second half has like really ramped up, or I've not been in love with Elian / Selena's storyline, and then I've been loving everyone else's, but then towards the end I'm like, oh my god. So I've always had this weird hit and miss relationship with this series, but I'm really feeling it with this book. So it is a struggle, which is tough. Like the way it had ramped up before was just so we will see, but it seems like it could be really building, but yeah, I don't know. But I mean, character development wise, you know, this book is just awesome. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to start a second book, so I'm kind of not worrying about that too much. I just really want to get Tower of Dawn done by this point, but it would be nice. It would be nice to be able to start a second one this week, but I don't know. I would start one today, but I'm gonna go get my nails done in a bit, and I don't really know what to pick. I am toying with Delirium, the book that Trish lent me, because I really need to get that read. So we'll see. So I will probably check in with you after the weekend, but I will film whatever we end up doing. Hopefully, yeah, I just want to go for a really nice walk because I feel like we haven't done one in quite a while. Why do I have so much hair? Hello! The weekend didn't exactly go to plan. So I had 4 days off, was lovely, very just chilled and relaxed. But yeah, Gavin came down with a cold on the Friday, so the plans we had to go off walking somewhere completely went out the window, because although the weather is so much drier and way less windier. It's so cold. It is so cold. We left mine Saturday morning just before 10 o'clock, and oh my god, like the car was really thick with ice. Like all the cars down the road, like the windshields and all that, were really thick with ice still. So yeah, there was no way in hell we were gonna go out. And yeah, he wasn't really in any real state to go out. He was pretty sick. He was very, very sniffly, which is thankfully gone now. He's got a bit of a cough, but you know when it really kind of first hits you and your head's really hurting, and to be honest you just want to lie down in a small dark corner. We were just living in that situation. So things yes, definitely took a bit more of a chilled out vibe. So yeah, we didn't go out in the end, but we still watched Dracula, which I was very happy about. Really enjoyed it. The last episode like wasn't amazing. People are really not happy with the last one. I think it was fine. I just don't think it was as powerful as the first two. If you did watch it, then yeah, like we'll talk. We watched that. We made a start on the 3rd series of the X-Files. We are very close to finishing that actually. That could happen very soon. And yeah, and we watched The Dark Crystal, the film. Finally, we tried it before, but I fell asleep. I needed a nap. I was so tired, and then 2 hours later and it was bedtime. So yeah, it was a nice weekend. I got a lot of reading done, very happy. So I obviously had my phone, so I listened to Tower of Dawn a couple of times. Listened to it Saturday when we were getting ready and I was packing up my overnight bag to go to his. And then I also listened to it, it was like having breakfast. I was doing something, I don't know, but I listened to it when I was at his. He was doing stuff in the kitchen. And yeah, I suddenly realised today when I picked up the book, I was really quite far into it. I think I hit 80% today on my lunch, so I was like, oh, suddenly it really feels like things are picking up. I know I said last week that I was kind of struggling with the fact that there was very little plot, to be honest, and just no real just drama or anything, and finally getting that. Things with Nesrin and Sartak is one thing, and I definitely felt like that was probably going to be where I was going to find more of my kind of like stuff was happening. Obviously with Kale and Irene, it's been like an emotional and a character kind of driven sort of development, which is fine. I like that, but finally I felt a bit of like, I was sat there at my lunch going, oh, this is really tense, oh, this is really awkward. So it was nice to finally have that. I've left off at a point where I'm a bit like, oh, so tomorrow morning, hopefully it will happen whilst I'm listening to it, because I don't want to read it while trying to eat my lunch. The other good news, I started another book, finally, which I really wanted to. Finally, I'm reading Delirium by Lauren Oliver that my friend lent me last Easter, I wanted to say. I'm pretty sure that's when I last saw her. So I've had this book for a while. To be honest, I had vaguely seen this trilogy on Instagram, I think, because I did like recognize the cover, but I had nothing on the story. So this is set in a world where love is a disease. It has been discovered and isolated that love is a disease, and it is the root of a lot of illnesses. It is the root of war, and yeah. So this book starts with Lena, where she's like 95 days off having the cure for love, and the way it's written is she's of the generation where it is very much drummed in and very much like drilled and brainwashed that love is a disease, you need a cure once you hit 16. And so the way she talks about it, it's that like she's so vulnerable, and you know that she feels like she can feel it crawling through her veins because it's there unchecked. It really struck a few things I didn't think about until she mentioned it. Like she mentioned that, you know, obviously there were problems that when people had families, obviously parents aren't connected to their children because there's no love, so they would like just kill them if they didn't stop crying and stuff. It was like stuff like that I was like, oh god, wow, yeah, I didn't even like think of that. So that's the general premise. So the idea of it is that you take your examinations at school, and in your last year you also do take your evaluation, and from your evaluation you get scored and you get given a list of matches of who you're married. If you don't pass your exams, you get married like 3 months after that. However, if you pass your exams, you get a college assigned to you and a major. So yeah, it's basically education or marriage, and you also get assigned how many children you will have. From what it sounds like, to begin with, the cure wasn't like, it wasn't you had to have it thing. I feel like maybe the generation of her mum didn't have to take it, and it's now like a you have to take it, like there is like no option. So this whole thing with like sympathizers to the disease, I think a lot of people didn't opt to have it when it first came out, and now they're really heavy on it. We have the people who live in the wilds who we don't talk about, who pretend we don't exist, and they are people who I'm guessing have like climbed the walls and escaped before they had to take the cure. A lot of people have committed suicide beforehand because they don't want to take it, but they use that to their advantage and their propaganda to be like, well, this is why we need to be vigilant because look what love does to you, you want to commit suicide over it. So she is actually, Valina is very quite scared of this prospect of not being cured. Like she wants to have it now, but you have to have a certain age because there can be like severe severe side effects like brain damage or blindness and other stuff. So yeah, this is kind of like my first foray really into the dystopian world. Like dystopian doesn't really appeal to me, which is why I've never read the Hunger Games, and the only reason I'm going to read the Hunger Games is because my best friend really wants me to, and I still haven't seen the films. I think I'm more appealed to it film wise than reading wise, so this and probably Hunger Games are probably gonna be the very few dystopians I ever read, and I hope I enjoyed this first book enough that I'll read the next ones because I like the idea of it. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of or seen the film Equilibrium, which has got Christian Bale in it, and it's a very sort of similar thing. They live in a world where they take medication which suppresses all feelings, so there is like nothing, and yeah, they live in this very military government type of, like, it's very bland, there's no colour, it's all grey and black and white, and people try to disguise the fact that they're not on the drug and stuff. So it's really cool and it's really good, and you discover, you know, obviously it's again this kind of, they've isolated that from wars, emotions are a problem, this is why there are wars, and you know, stuff like literature is banned in films because they spark emotion. So that is a really cool film. If you've never seen it, please watch it. It's one of my favourite films. I'm literally only like probably 10-20% and I'm really not that far, but I like the setup of it. I like the way that the disease is talked about, and in the way of it is this awful thing, and you know, it is in us before we get cured. So I really like the setup. That is it for today. I will check back in with you tomorrow for a last check-in on Wednesday, just to see where I'm at with Tower of Dawn. I'm hoping things are gonna really start to ramp up more. It has been a slow build, so we will see. Hello beautiful people, final check-in. So as I promised, I was gonna try and do this more often. Why do I look so white? Oh my god, I need to do something. I don't know. That might be better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, as I said, I was going to try more often to make the effort to remember to sign off with where I am in my reading. Ooh, I don't like this light. Okay, we're going to figure something out when we edit. I don't know. So I haven't read any more of Delirium, so I'm ending this reading vlog on page 42 of 393, and of Tower of Dawn. Oh, I read some more Tower of Dawn. I am ending, chapter 59. I am ending on 590 of, if I remember rightly, like 600 and something? 660? 660 sounds about right, actually. Okay, 658. So close. Oh no, hang on. That's another chapter. I lied. Okay, basically 660. So yeah, I am so close. As you can see, the top of my bookmark is poking out there. So literally I just have that tiny little section left to read. I know. I'm so much happier than I was at the start of the week with this book. Way happier. And the previous reading vlog. Just so much is finally now happening. Yeah, I'm just so much more happier than I was before. Thank God things picked up. I mean, still plot wise there could have been more in the way of like intrigue and just general kind of gripping your stuff, but I mean the development sort of character and just emotional and whatnot wise was really top notch. But it is a shame, but it has definitely really picked up, and I was worried that it was really going to happen at the end. I know her books have had a habit on suddenly really ramping in there at the end, which hasn't been a good thing because it really catches you in the field. However, this book really felt lacking in plot, so I reckon by tomorrow I will have this done. I really hope so. I think I worked out that I listened to about 20 to 30 pages of a morning. I guess it give or take how big the chapter is, I guess. So I normally get a good maybe half an hour worth of listening in the morning when I'm getting ready to do my makeup for work. So yeah, I do get a good bit in, and then yeah, the rest all on my lunch break. So hopefully on Thursday we can do this. I am so determined though, I'm going to do this. And then Delirium will become my main focus once you finish that. Hopefully I will make some good headway for this last week of January, because I'm pretty sure like this coming week is the last week of January, finally, because it feels like the 72nd of January. So that'll be my main read, and then I can focus on another read, a Kindle read, which I'm very much looking forward to reading, which I will talk about more when it comes to my February TBR, which is kind of still vague and up in the air apart from one book. So listen, I'm gonna go. I'm sure I've talked enough. My hair feels really nice today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then show me your thumbs and hit that like button. It means the world to me. And as always, comment below, did you read Tower of Dawn? What did you think? Kind of, you know, like the slow, or is it just me? And again, have you watched Equilibrium? Because it's my favorite film and I really hope you've watched it, and please talk to me about Equilibrium. And also what you thought of the rest of the Delirium series. If you're new, then hit that subscribe button and that bell so you never miss a video. I will see you on Monday Monday for who knows. I'm not very good at planning my weeks ahead. Hopefully it'll be a Tower of Dawn book review on Monday. I say hopefully, it friggin' will be. I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend, guys.